Hi guys, this is Queenie Reeves. I apologize for taking so long. It's been about 2 months since I've talked to you guys and updated you on my Western Express orientation. I got a day off out here with my husband and we're at the beach. So I'm just going to give you a quick update on my journey, and later on this week I'll come back with a part 2. But long story short, I did not last or make it or want to stay at Western Express. I was with them for about a month. Everybody's experience will be different, but I'm just here to speak about mine personally. I was assigned a trainer, and let me just say, not only was he fat and lazy, he thought that he was going to monetize off of me and my partner. So my trainer took on 2 trainees. It was myself and someone else, and I'll give you details later down the road. There's a reason for why I'm telling the story as I am today, and I will explain later on. But just to give you the gist of things, my trainer assumed that he was going to get me and another 2 trainees on his truck, and that he was going to sit back and do nothing. Well, let me just tell you, from the day that we got in the truck was filthy dirty. He did not clean it. The mattresses were filthy. Thank God I had a sleeping bag. It was stuff all over the floors. It stunk. I didn't mind having a smoker because I was eager to get out there, but just to have ashes all over the dashboard. I mean, the truck didn't look like it had been washed in years. But anyway, the first day we got in the truck, I drove first, and I literally drove 10 hours straight. First time I drove all through the night. I left Richmond, Virginia, and we drove all the way down to past Blackbirds, Virginia. At the corner of North Carolina, we left there. That morning, I switched over with the other trainee. He drove from there to Massachusetts. Mind you, this is both of our very first time behind the wheel. And we drove 10 hours straight. We left Massachusetts. We went back down to Blacksburg, Virginia. I literally, in that month's time, traveled the whole East Coast. We went everywhere from Rhode Island, Rhode Island all the way down to North Carolina. We went to Tennessee. We went to, where else did I tell you I went? Pittsburgh, Jersey, yeah, all through Jersey, New York, PA. Just literally driving nonstop. My fatigue was so bad that me and the other trainee literally had to decide that we were going to try to sleep for 3.5 hours to relieve the other person for a few hours, because when you're doing flatbed, not only do you drive your 10 hours straight, but it takes another 2 to 3 hours sometimes to tarp if your load is tarped. And let me just tell you, Western Express does make tarping mandatory. They threaten you every time that there's a tarping load that you will lose your job if you don't do it. And let me just add, not only were me and my trainee partner the only ones tarping, we did not get compensated for it. The actual trainer did. It was $25 per tarp load. It's not a lot of money, but hey, if you're going to be the one out there doing the work, you should be the one to get paid for it, right? So, anywho, my trainer slept the whole time, the entire time. Not only did I get 2 showers, I only got 2 showers for being out there like 3 weeks. If he didn't have the money, so if he didn't have the money to stop and showering was not an option. If he didn't have the money to eat, then you was not going to stop to eat either. Western Express had this on this little, some kind of scale where just to stop to get gas, you would have to drive an hour out of your way just to stop to get gas so that they could save a few cents a mile. Understanding that if you intended to drive 2,000 miles that week, that might not happen, because they're going to definitely take you out of your route and out of your way to get fuel. The trainer that we had, not only did he not have the money financially, he did not have the experience. Me and the other trainee, this was his first time being a trainer. This was the first time that he had ever taken anyone out on the road. So he had no people skills. Very bullish, you know. He would talk when he wanted something done. When he wanted to justify why he wasn't going to work. But other than that, he had no intentions of helping at all. He did not help me with backing up, which is an area that I still need help in. I remember one particular time we were going to get lumber, and he asked me to turn, and he was standing outside the vehicle. When he turned, he didn't realize that we were in opposite directions. So when I turned, I almost knocked down the whole goddamn bay that we were under. But he didn't take fault for anything. He didn't have any real desire to help. He literally just had us two in the truck so that he could make money off of us. There was times, and I'm telling you guys this for any time for when you do get on the road with your trainer. Like I said, everybody's experience will be different. I could have gotten another trainer, but I realized that I just was not interested in rocking the boat. I did my time with him and decided that I needed to take some time off and come up with another plan on how I was going to continue to pursue my career as a truck driver and flatbed truck driver. But anyway, note. When you're out there with your driver, make sure that your EDL is logged in under your name. Trainers have the tendency to have you drive under their EDL so that they can get the hours instead of you. There was times that I constantly had to wake my trainer up and say, hey, I need you to switch us back over to me so that I can receive my credit for my drive time. When you're with Western Express, you're only required to drive 70 hours under your trainer, which should not be more than a week if they're forcing you to do 10 hours a day. But the trainers find ways to get around that by having you drive under their EDL time. So that's just a food for thought. We did experience one breakdown. The very first night that I drove, when I got to Virginia, the trainer didn't do any pre-trips or post-trips the entire time we were out. And my first drive, when we got to, I think, Blacksburg, Virginia, can't remember exactly right now, but when we got there, we got to the facility, I took the paperwork up, and we got back in the truck, and the truck wouldn't start. And he got real frantic and was like, what did you do? What did you do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. Well, we get out the truck and we walk around the truck and we realize that we're missing an airbag. So when he had the truck serviced prior to us getting on the road, whatever they did, they were supposed to change the battery, but somehow we had one airbag. Thank God I was riding in the mountains all night. Nothing happened. Not only was I riding in the mountains all night, but I wasn't even aware of how to operate a Jake brake. He thought it was a little joke to tell me the next day that how to operate the Jake brakes. But I'm at the beach right now, guys. I don't want to hold up, but I did not want to keep you waiting. 2 months is too long. I will follow up with this video in another day or two, sometime this week for sure. I'll try to answer some of the questions that's in the comments. Like I said, everybody's experience will be different. I could have gotten another trainer, but I decided to just take a step back and see what my options are. I'm not saying that Western Express is a bad company. I will say that first week that my check was okay the first week. My other trainee's check was not. And then the following week, my check was not right and the other trainees was. So they are accessible. You can get them on the phone. They will correct it. But the stories that you hear online about how payroll can get messed up, it definitely does happen. And like I said, be aware for the mandatory tarping. If you're out with a trainer, you will tarp. You will not get paid. The trainer will get paid. So until next time, I see you guys in a couple days. I'm going to enjoy my my day out here at the beach, and I will get back with you soon.